YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back with my locks of NFL Week 10. Doing this video every single week. We also have straight up picks with the fellas of the Goat House on the show and score predictions every single week. If you want even more content, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/thegoathouse. You get extra score predictions. Those are from Junior. My predictions are on YouTube. You get playoff predictions updated every week. 2020 NFL mock drafts updated every single week with the correct order. All that is part of one package deal and constantly updated every single week. Link in the description. And then we're trying to get that 40K subscriber goal, so please help us out by subbing to the channel. We really appreciate it. Full NFL content, all that in season, in the offseason, full free agency, and draft coverage here at the Goat House. Check out our Twitter, at GoatHouseNFL, link in the description. But the locks of the week this week, I have two straight-up locks, a spread lock, over-under, and upsets of the week here. And we'll start with the straight-up locks. I got two of them. The Bengals play the Ravens this week, and I expect the Ravens to take care of business here. So it should be no problem with this win. Ryan Finley's first start. I don't expect enough offense here. And we know the Bengals have they're on the weaker side of the defense. I don't know if you could argue they're on the same page as the Falcons. They're at the bottom of the league. I think the Ravens will have no problem both sides of the ball. This should be an easy W. Maybe even if the offense is maybe not quite on their game, I still think they will be fine. And the Saints against the Falcons. So as you can see, I got maybe their two worst defenses losing this week with my straight-up locks. The Saints should be all over the Falcons, especially at home. Should be no problem there. So those two teams I expect to be locks to win. And we see the Ravens again, my spread lock, -10. It's a lot of points. I just don't see any reason why they will not win by at the very, very least, 2 touchdowns. I did my score prediction, so you kind of can compare that to all the lines. But I had them with a pretty hefty lead there at Cincinnati. So the Ravens been super, super impressive. Both sides of the ball getting better and better. They won't want to slip up here. They'll be just fine. -10. Not a whole bunch of spread picks that I love this week. I'd keep an eye on. This is my only one that I consider a lock. Keep an eye on the Lions and Bears. I'm surprised the Lions are getting 2.5 points. I just feel a lot more comfortable if it's 3, 2.5, 3. There's a difference, big difference. And then with the Seahawks, if that goes from 6 to 7, which at this point it may not go up a full point, but there is a huge difference between the two. I don't see them losing by more than a touchdown. And they very well could win the game, especially a Robbie Gould out now. That could be really the difference. Sounds crazy, but that's two I would keep an eye on there. But the Ravens only spread lock. And then over-under, I like the under on the Dolphins-Colts at 44. Again, you can look at my score predictions, tally up the scores, and kind of compare it to over-unders across the league. But this is one that I really like because I don't see the Colts going crazy on offense. It's going to be a whole bunch of running the ball. Brissett seems like he's okay. Love the way he's played this year. They're not going to have to do a whole bunch. They're going to be smart about this. They're going to run the ball, and they may do a lot running the ball, but what does running the ball do? It runs the clock, and it leaves less amount of time to score more points. So the Colts could put up points because they're much better than the Dolphins, but it's not going to be a whole bunch. And the Colts defense has been pretty darn good this year, locking teams down, and it's the Dolphins. So I don't expect the Dolphins to get a whole bunch of points. It should easily be under 44. So that was my over-under lock of the week. And then pretty quick video here. I got my upsets of the week. The Browns are actually favored. I'm still putting it under my upsets of the week. I thought that was very bold. I feel like it's an upset. I don't care what the line is. I feel like it's an upset if they win. But it's not one that I love in terms of the spread, because that's, to me, it was a bold prediction. I have the Browns winning. Very bold. They're home. I don't really love the matchup for the Bills. At the end of the day, the Bills are the better team, but head-to-head at this point, middle of the season, I like the Browns. I think Baker can get some things going. I don't know if the Bills can get enough offense going. They'll get some offense going. I don't know if it'll be enough. And then the Bears, the Lions over the Bears, I should say. The Lions are underdogs. Was surprised by that. I have them winning. Like I've been saying, and maybe the reason I don't love it at 2.5, even though I have the Lions winning, is because one of these weeks the Bears are gonna get a good amount of points, whether it's offensively or the defense will get a bunch of points. One of these weeks it'll happen, and then people could overreact and think they're back, they're ready. I just see it happening. I don't see it. I know it's going to happen at some point. Will it be this week? To me, it could be. But no, I don't think it will, because the Lions are one of those teams that you just have to keep up scoring with. They're going to score. And they kind of know, they're kind of familiar with this Bears defense too. I just don't think the Bears can keep up scoring with them this week. Never know, though, these NFC North battles, especially in Chicago. But those are my 2 upsets of the week. We ripped through this video. We also have score predictions for every single game on the channel. We have extra score predictions from Junior, the defending champ, on the Patreon. Straight up picks are always entertaining. Those are on the channel. Power rankings are up. Recaps, quarterback rankings recently did, so check that out. A lot more on the channel, a lot more coming, so hopefully you can join us. Hopefully you can click that subscribe button, trying to get to that 40K goal. Appreciate you guys very much for watching and being here. That's going to do it, though. Goodbye.